So now we need to discuss with how we can create the subpatch. All right. So subpatch and the main patch need to be saved in the same folder. Yeah. And let's create another patch and save into the same place. And call. So it might be the good idea all the time you give some keyword like a stage or main. If you want to use the the main patch, you keep some indication. All right. So in my case, I always put the main if I wanted to do something and to bring the subpatch in. So main patch and circular. Save. So this one is my circular one, and this is my subpatch. Okay. So, anyone used a subpatch before? Yes. 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 No. No. Yes. Okay. So, if you want to use the subpatch, there is a couple of the important things to remember. So, for example, you need to decide whether you want to including this kind of the drawing section in your subpatch, or if you want to create only the pure subpatch for creating the data set, it might be another case. Okay, so there is always kind of different way we can create the subpatch. So there is no right and wrong way we can create subpatch, but when you create subpatch, you must think about what is the best way we can manipulate, not shape, manipulating the spread itself. Okay, that is really important. So even though I copy whole things to here, I'm not going to use everything. I'm not going to turn everything into the subpatch. I'm going to do something with other things, rearrange things like that. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take this one out and then move into the main patch. Main patch. So that means that everything is white itself. Yep. So there is no color section. And then I'm going to take this one out. The quad and the renderer also take it out. So I only have this one. Only have this one. Okay, only have this one. So now this one is give some name. Circle count. Yep, circle count. And this one is, I think, it's a stage size. Stage. Stage size. And create another IO box. Another IO box and attach it into there. So this one is a scale. Scale. Okay. Count. Okay. So stage size and scale and the circular count. As the output, I want this one take. In one is out. Yep. This one is a shape. It's a transform output, and I also want to create some output from here. So let's, okay, this one is count. What do we call? Total circular count. Okay. Okay. So, and go to the main circular and copy just the integral and CDR. Copy. Copy. And paste in here. We're just connecting this one to integral. And then connecting to the CDL, the last pin, last slice for the CDL to here. Okay, so now every time you're doing that, this subpatch creating the set of the transform, yep. And also they creating the total how many dots we have on the stage. Yep. Good. So save. And now bring up this subpatch circular unit. Okay. So press 1 and press Alt and So circular, we have this one. So what we need is code and the renderer. Okay. Renderer. And connecting the code there and connecting the code here. And we need stage size and we need the scale. So now creating a box for the scale. Yeah. And this, we're gonna create another IO box for the stage size. So now if you make bigger like this, and the count, another integer box. So now if you wanted to create bunch of difference in one circle. Yes. What? Huh? You got nothing? Why you got nothing? So scale, you have the scale. And this one is output. Change that. So just drag with right mouse. Too big.
No matter how the little thing, so it's like a third of the
Yep. And CBN. Yeah. That's how you missed the class last week. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna revisit. Yep. We're gonna revisit the circular unit, and this time we're gonna give the little bit variety, the size itself of the size of the circle itself. Okay. So go to the circular unit. Go to circular unit. So we basically used the width and height of the circular spread. Just the only one, right? Yeah. So if you want to give, creating the dynamic size variation, we need to create another random spread, for example. Random spread. Also, we need to attach it to the circular count to here. So 12. Okay. Then we need to apply the ABS because the negative value is meaningless. And then also you can give some kind of a minimum or maximum. Minimum, the width and height. So I'm going to create the 0.5 as the minimum. And then if you're connecting to this one and to this one, okay, this one, like that. Okay, let's move this one. Okay. So now you can see that's the size variation. No? Yep. Now you can see the size variation. So once you add, so we're gonna create another random spread. Yep, exactly the same logic like this. And we attach this one into X, Y, and the width and height value. Width and height. Width and height. Yep. So now you can see a couple of the size variation. Okay. So now I'm gonna create another button, some kind of reset button. Okay, reset. So creating another bang button here. Okay. So with that, reset. How we can do the reset? What does it mean in the reset in this case? Switch? No. Reset? Reset. This I mean, what we have to do reset. So, for example, okay. So random spread, they creating the random value, right? Based on the random seed. So if we click the reset, we can reinitiate the random spread value. Then we can have, the different location and different size, everything, like, right? So for doing that, we need for random spread, random value. Okay, for random value. Or we can do we can use the one random spread, but I'll prefer this way. No. Sorry, just create one random. Yep, and then change its integer to 1. And the scale is 3,000. Yep, 3,000. And connecting this one to enable this bank, enable. Okay, enable. And then I'm going to attach another random spread here. Okay, random spread. So connecting output of the random to the random spread. Random spread. So, and also you can change the width in thousands. Yep, width in thousand. Yep. And we're gonna do the same things. ABS. Now is ABS, and also we add another track. So we only have the integer number. Yep. And then create another one. 4. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 different random seed, right? So in this section we also need 4 different random spread, right? Yep. So after that we're gonna use the Stellon spread. Yep. Stellon spread. Stellon spread, and click the Stellon and bring up the inspector and change the output count 4. So we're gonna get 4 size of the spread, 4 slice of the spread, and connecting to the Stellon. Yep. And then we can split this number into each one of those. Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah, it makes sense. Hope so. Think so. All right. And save, and go back to the main circular. And if you connecting the bang button here, so now whenever you click the button, they reset. Yep. Good. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. So now we have this part, yes? Yep, we just delete this one, and connecting to output into I spread to section, not from. Okay, and then we can connecting to here like this. Oops, what's going on? What's going on? change the value. So let's do that. RF4. Yep, RF4. RF4. And some 20 or 30. Okay. And if you're connecting to there. So sparkling. Okay. And so instead
What's the in-circular unit? What's the last?
Okay, so now how we can, if we add one more things there, we can create a much more dynamic things. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the circular unit. Okay, circular unit. We can use, something magical things like a damper or delay or Newton. You remember that? Yep. Yes, yes, yes. So if I connecting the damper here, okay, damper animation, connecting to here, and another damper. And another damper. Yep. Okay, so now I just, connecting the damper here, right? And save, and go back to there. And now look at that screen. Every time you click, and then if you attach another RF4 animation things here, right? So like 3 seconds, every 3 seconds they update. Yeah. Okay. No, so every time it's posting the text color. Okay. Good. Okay, so that's the, I think is kind of way we can use the subpatch. Yes? Yes? Okay, good. All right, subpatch. So let's create the pod. And the linear spread, and another random spread, and the transform, and the renderer. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the graph. Graph. And then we also need to create another grid segment, and groups. And transform for segment. Okay. And create the IO box, integer IO box, and connecting this one to here. Change the linear spread width to, and we're going to use the default for the random spread value. And connecting this one, so change that linear spread value, spread count to 4, and connecting output into X, and connecting output into Y. Yep, and connecting this transform into code transform. Okay, and then I'm gonna just per second I just disconnecting this segment one, and change the center X minus 0.0. And we're gonna use the point to the vector. Point to the vector. Yep. Okay. XY. Connecting the XY. Now we're going to create the set slice spread, set slice, and copy set slice again. And connecting X to here and Y to here. Yep. And we're going to create the minus subtract node and change the second input pin 1 and connecting this one to here and connecting output of this subtraction into sorry, no cells slice, get slice, sorry. Get slice. My mistake. Get slice. And connecting to, sorry about that. And output pin into bin size, and change the index 1 and 1. Yeah. And connecting output pin here and here. Okay, everybody connected like this. Yep. Now let's see the magic things. Okay, let's connecting to this one. This one to X scale. Yep. Connecting the length to the X scale. And the angle to the rotation. Rotate. And change the Y scale a little bit smaller. Ooh. Hang on. Y. X. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. That is Y. Huh? Hang on. Connecting the transform and the linear spread, connecting to the X only. Okay, and integer IO box and change the value 5. And let's this size Y, X, and change into 2. Yep. So we can easily create something like this now. Yep. Hope so, think so, expect so. And connecting this color into color pin for code. Color pin. Good. Yep. Now let's create input IO box here. Okay, input IO box here. we're gonna create that a kind of slider with this. How we can create the slider? How we can create a slider? Yeah, show slider. Yeah. Okay. So we have the slider here, right? And if you're connecting this one to the last second pin, please. And then if you move the slide, you can find something, right? Very interesting things happening. Yeah. So, yep. Yes or not? Yeah, and select that linear spread and press the help file F1, and there are a bunch of different, the explanation and blah 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 blah, and here. Okay, so they have something to say there about this one. Yep. So if you set purchase to 1.4 will be, oh no, from there. Okay. Yep. Blah 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 blah. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? That the highlight text. You know what does it mean? Yeah? Yeah, understand that? That is exactly this mean. Okay? Okay? So sometimes, seeing how it works, it's much more easy to understand to reading how it looks like. Okay? So that is, things. So with this, we can create the slideshow. You know what I mean? Yes? So if we attach it somehow with this value, then we can create some kind of slideshow, right? So, for example, you can instantly turn this one a slideshow. Just create the mouse with window. Yep. And then if you're connecting to the X, okay, we're going to connecting this one to here, right? But we need map because the mouse data is starting from the -1 to the 1, right? So in the map, we set the minimum -1 as source and -1 for maximum, and 0 and 1 and connecting to the X. And if you're connecting to this one and to this one, then from now on you can see that slideshow. Ooh, instant slideshow. Yeah? Yeah, instant slideshow. So if we connecting some damper, for example, yep, we can see that. You can see that some kind of the transition. Yes. That's good. So just to compare with what is the difference between with damper or something. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one is the delay this time. Okay, delay connecting to and there, and this one is instantly there. If you're connecting the toggle box, for example, okay, so if you toggle, they delay the motion. Yep. So if you change this one is damper. Okay, they smoothly transition, but if you click that things, it's a bit different. Yep. So that is how we can create the slideshow very easily. Okay. So this one I think is very useful for the Shannon. Shannon, your case, and also very useful for Maria. Yep. And the diagram things is very useful for pagan. Okay? So, Sylvia, we can do the same things with circular spread as well. So, if we just copy this one here, okay, and instead of the linear spread, now we can use the circular spread, yep, and connecting the xy, xy, and let's connecting the damper. Where is oh, okay. Okay, Sylvia, look. Yeah, we can do the same things here. Yeah, and also, I'm going to save this one here because, yeah. Because I just the compare to the two difference with damper, without damper.
Is the damper connected to the top one or the bottom one of the map?
Top, bottom one. Yep. Okay, and then some other things we need to check. The slideshow. Okay. Okay, so this one has the nice interface, all right? So we can directly connecting this the code area, turn into the button area. So we already know how we can create the button, right? Yeah. You can go to the module. Yep. Okay, but there is another one for called the button. Okay, if you type button, okay, there is the two different things, code and mesh. Okay, so if you're collecting the code, there is the button, and if you press the help file and F1, you can see in the 3D space, actually they selecting the each code. Yep. So we can apply the same things with this one. With this one. All right. So next, this Friday. Okay, this Friday. So I already introduced the basic principle of the slideshow kind of thing. Yep. We're gonna have a look. This one, slideshow. Yep. Oh, yep. So how we can use that button things? Good. Yep. So that is I think it's everything we cover up today.